everybody, this is Kimmy, or CPPs, whichever one you want to call me is fine. And I'm gonna do some Blood Bowl 2 tonight. I'm gonna pick up where I left off in the campaign. Sorry if you hear any chewing or anything. I'm running a little late. Work was a little hard today, but I'm running a little late, and I'm gonna go ahead and start the campaign.
The sun
We're
is
not gonna
shining,
do super late because I gotta work early again tomorrow.
And
but
you are
no
on
problem. We are
Cabal
definitely
Vision
gonna do some
HD.
playing. Let's go ahead and launch the campaign, and we're gonna start back here where we left off.
Welcome back, sports fans. Jim Johnson and Bob Bifford here with all the Blood Bowl news and events. Already, we've had a major development with Reichland Reavers captain Griff Oberwald. He's not played a game this season, as he's bravely in hiding from some ogre gangsters. We're still trying to track him down or talk to anyone in the Reavers staff. At the moment, they seem to be as scarce as an honest referee.
That's right, Chum. Even as we speak, Cabal Vision seers are scrying the old world. You could be anywhere. Please check under your sofas at home. It's amazing what gets lost between the cushions.
Yes, okay. Well, back to tonight's match. The Reichland Reavers versus the Grudge Bearers. Any words of advice, Bob?
It's dwarves, Jim. Slow, steady, and brutal. Watch out for the beards. They do occasionally trip over them. It's hilarious.
Alright, so you heard what we're doing. We're gonna play dwarves next. And the dwarves aren't super hard, but this is gonna be the first game I'm pretty sure that has the actual rules. They keep giving you all those little tips, and I think it's game 5 that they stop giving you the tips, but it could be this one. But it's loading right now, and today you get to see some more. Hopefully this particular game is the one where they start doing the actual rules of turnovers and more the timer. The timer might not come until 4 or 5 though, I'm not sure. Sorry, I have a black cat that is pestering me, trying to get my food. Sorry about any kind of noises you're hearing in the background.
Good evening from Cabal Vision HD.
Finally, I thought that freaking loading screen was going to go on
Got
forever.
any
That just
thoughts
seemed to
on the
take a lot
upcoming
longer
game,
than
Bob?
normal.
No, Jim. I never have thoughts. But I'll tell you one thing. One team's got a better rating, so they may score first, but you can never tell.
They set the campaign up really well in this game. It teaches you slow, gets you better, everything catches on. That way, once you finish the campaign, you should be ready to take on AI in regular games. Once you feel comfortable taking on the AI in regular games, then feel free to play against regular Blood Bowl players online. This does have online multiplayer, and you can play against each other, which is really cool. I have not branched into that yet. I'm still playing the AI. But I think a few more games, and I'll definitely branch into that way, and I'd love to play with some of you guys. Feel free to send me out a whisper or whatnot, and I'll definitely, we can find a time we can play together, because I do have certain days off and good times and everything. And I'm definitely going to go on offense, and I recommend
Tonight's
that I
game
go on offense unless
features
you
the
choose
dwarves.
a
Short
team
psychopaths
that is
with a deep
particularly
love
good
of
at
gold,
defense.
violence,
In the campaign,
and
I would say
racial
go for offense every time.
To beat a dwarf team, you'll need to get a few early touchdowns in and then deny them possession and bodies to hit. Look over there, Bob. What's that ref up to? He seems to be in deep conversation
And it's always
with that
good to listen to the
green,
commentators.
shifty
They do give you some
assistant
good
coach on
tips
the
and
Reavers
some
staff.
good backstory.
Looks
It's
like
always
your standard bribe to
Alright,
me,
so let's
Jim.
go ahead and get started with what we're doing. I think we're going to start out by using the ogre to knock out this guy.
That transaction looks to be happening outside the regulation distance from a
And we'll
dank
use
and
the first
forbidding
one. The
corner.
first one is an automatic
There's
knockdown,
something iffy going on here.
unless the player has block.
It reminds me of the
If the opponent or yourself has block,
and the
whatever you
great
do, block
unclean.
knockdown,
But
it
this
will not
time,
do it. And the dwarves
no
are pretty
miracles.
easy to stun. and injure. Not quite as easy as some of the elves, but the dwarves are pretty easy at doing that. Where is... Oh, that ball is in the end zone, for goodness sake. Okay, this is my thrower. Let's see if they've got the percentages on here yet. Yes, see, this is the percentages starting. See, there's only a 67% that my thrower will pick up that ball. That's not terrible. That's normally about what you average. However, with this guy, I don't think he can reach it. Yeah, he can, but just barely. And he also only has a 67%. So I might as well just get my thrower to pick it up. Let's go get him to get it. Hope, cross your fingers that he actually picks the sucker up.
With ease.
There we go. And let's see if he can throw it to this guy. No, 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 no. I want the thrower still. And I want him to throw it to this guy. All right, so there's a 67% catch rate, only a 33% pass rate. That is pitiful. He's a thrower. I've seen some of my catchers that have a 50% pass rate, for goodness sake. So we're not going to try that. We're going to have him run back out here. And let's see if he can throw now. Throw to this guy. All right, 67 and 50, so that's better. So let's go ahead and try to pass this now.
Did you see
Cross
the
your
pass,
fingers.
boss? You sometimes miss the subtle
Oh
interruptions
gosh,
in
that
your
was
desperate
awful.
need to see
Well, see,
something
they have
being
not
hit.
done the official turnover rules yet. That must gonna be the next game. On a normal game, that pass would have resulted in the opponent getting the ball. Well, not getting the ball, but there being their turn, and they could send somebody over here to pick up the ball, and now they're in your side, and that's just terrible. All right, so let's get this guy to pick up the ball now.
They picked up the ball. I suppose
Okay.
I should say something
And
memorable.
let's see if
or
he can
funny
throw it.
here.
Nope, I've already tried doing the throw, so I can't do it again this turn. But he can run a ways, can't you? Come on, grab him, and let's get him to run up into here. Get closer to that middle area. So just take advantage of, experimenting in these first few games, because you're not going to much have that chance later on. You're going to be fighting really hard guys. All right, so I'm going to put him
This
here to
formation
guard,
gives him a safe progression.
and I'm going to
It's
put
gonna be hard
him
to make him
here
lose
to
the ball.
guard. And let's move this guy a little closer to guard. Okay, now with the rest of our players, unless we want to move this guy, let's put him behind him just to be a little safer. And now he's got a cage around him. He should be cool. All right, so we're going to use him and try to knock out this guy, which we did. We knocked him down. And I almost always follow unless it's strategic not to. You have to watch out for that. Sometimes it's better not to follow because they won't be able to trip you up on the next turn. And who do I want to do? He just played, so let's use, is this my blitzer? Yeah. Let's take the blitzer and try to knock out this guy. Yeah, that guy's good. All right, let's go for it.
That's it. Get in their face.
And that's a good one. Follow again. See, that's two dwarves already stunned. The dwarves are pretty easy to stun. Now we're going to take this guy and we're going to move up a little. And we're going to leave him out here to guard somewhat. All the rest of that looks good, so we're good to turn over. Now it is the dwarf's turn.
Trev seems to be very keen to get involved.
He's certainly doing more than issuing fouls. He's making the fouls. My ref's as bent as a Chilean moneylender. I love it.
Those players are very close. Smells like a fight is about to happen.
He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
Some of these things that the commentators say, they repeat over and over and over again. That definitely can get boring after a while, because they'll say that line, those players are getting close. I can smell a fight about to happen. They will say that line over and over and over again every time they get close together. And as you can see, I changed the look. You can get further away. You can do that with the right trigger. To get closer, you're going to go with the left trigger. I usually stay about like this. I accidentally hit it, but that's a good thing to just to show you can do that.
All those players are proud of the job. There'll be trouble with the unions if this catches.
Sorry guys, I couldn't see the dice. When they're red like that, you get to choose. If they're white, the opponent gets to choose. Same when you're doing your plays and rolling dice. Okay, so I would want to choose the skull. That means I'm going to knock out the opposer who's attacking me.
That's going to cost. Now it's the other team's turn.
Alright, I'm almost finished eating, guys. Sorry I keep muting it. But here we go. Oh, you probably weren't even able to hear me. I had my microphone way up on my head. Okay, and let's go ahead and... My guy still has the ball, so that's looking good. But he's surrounded by a bunch of dwarves, so I really need a clean house if possible. Or I could just do a slow progression, or I could attempt a pass. Let's see what the pass looks like. Alright, only a 33% chance of passing. From a catcher to a catcher, that is pathetic. And you see how it's a 17% chance of interception? I have not actually seen an interception, but apparently there is a chance for it. So it's something you always want to keep your eye on. There's 17 chances of interception, only a 17% chance of a pass. So this is a terrible decision. I will not do it. What I will do instead is... There's my thing. I was trying to find my pointer. I'm going to take the ball carrier, which is still selected, and I'm going to make him run over to here. He only had to avoid one guy, so that was pretty easy. It's always a chance you take, but it was pretty easy.
Who would win in a fight between you and Morgan Thorne?
Contractually, I'm not allowed to say, Jump.
Now I'm going to take
Suffice
this
to say
guy.
that the matter has already been settled.
No, I don't want to pass. Not after I just made progress, for goodness sake. I'm going to take this guy here. And... Oh, he's got 2 reds. He must be a blitzer. Yep, he's a blitzer and I'm a catcher, so that's always a bad matchup. But if I take this guy, make him stand up. Oops, sorry, wrong button. X is the action menu. Make him stand up. And see if I can get him to run over here. And assist. He's got to dodge twice. That's a little bit risky, but I'm going to go ahead and try it. Didn't work out for me this time, but it was a forward one in either case. Alright, and he was stunned, so he can't get up. That's one of theirs. Let's get this guy up. And let's move this guy over as far this way as I can get him. Okay, I'm going to try to put him right here. Ooh, too many dodges. Too many dodges. No, let's try putting him right here. Still all those dodges, for goodness sake. Alright, well, let's take this guy and move him over here. Now, there should only be 1 dodge on this. Yep, 1 dodge, 67%. So that should still be pretty attainable. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, now see, that type of thing, if I had him right now, I would have re-rolled on that, because that was a very achievable thing. This is not looking good for my ball carrier. He's got no protection whatsoever at this point. Let's see if I can move my ogre over to help him. It's a 33% dodge and a 50% dodge, so he's got 2 dodges to make, and he's a very slow ogre. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, then we'll just make the ogre attack somebody. He's right here, he'll attack this guy.
Will the big one manage to lay out an opponent of half his strength?
And if you've forgotten, as you can see, the arrow is just a push. So just push him and
He's
follow
on
him,
him now,
because that is
like
supposed
a
to follow.
halfling on a hot dinner.
Alright, so let's take this guy. Where is my freaking arrow? Okay, I'm on the right stick, for goodness sake. Where? Sorry, I just don't understand where my pointer is. It's crazy. Okay, there it goes, finally. Okay, I'm gonna take this guy and see if I can attack this guy. I have a good
This player
chance.
likes to
White
be
dice.
well assisted.
It's a push, and it's not gonna help me. It's not gonna do what I wanted to do. I wanted to get him away from this guy so I could run. Okay, let's go ahead and make him move this way. Get close to the sideline.
Rather smug for remaining
All
upright.
right, and let's
Pride
make
comes before
him
a fall.
move over to here. That's a little far. Let's go to here. One dodge. I think he can do it. Honestly, this is gibberish. I've
Another
already
player
done it
on the ground.
twice
The
now.
coach will be spitting
67%.
teeth
That
about
goes
this.
against statistical odds, folks. All right, then let's just continue our path of failure and see if we can do this. All right, finally. He's got at least one guy next to him. Anybody else possible? Let's try this one. 2 dodges. Let's go for it. He didn't get past the second one. He got past the 50% one, but he did not get past the 67. Alright, and in this accumulated failure, let's move this guy up. And we'll turn it over after this.
You'll need to get the ball forward. The end zone is in sight. I like this. The dung is about to hit the fan. Hold it. Good defensive block.
Alright, and he not only knocked my guy over,
There may
made
be
me
life
cough
in
up
that
the ball.
human yet.
Now, when his guy's close enough, he can move in and pick it up and run it in if he wants to. Dwarves have about the same amount of run as we do. I can't remember what they're called, but they're little rat-like creatures. Those things run halfway across the field. They can go left and right. It's pathetic. We play them in about 3 games. They're towards the end, and oh my gosh, they are so hard to beat. And then they start putting Jim or Bob's special assignments on the side, and these, required things that you have to do. Oh my gosh, those things can make them such a pain. Now see, in this case, it did not work out for me. Both of those are going to knock my ogre down. See, this person just lucked out with their red dice throw, because both of them are a damaging throw for me. And I don't think it matters which of the two I choose.
The little guy hits the big guy.
And that has got to be an amazing thing to see a dwarf knock out an ogre. Alright, is it my turn now? Yeah, my guys are circled. That makes it my turn. Alright, well, they did not come over here and pick the ball up, so that's a good thing. Let's see if my thrower is close enough he can easily pick it up. He's only got a 33% chance of picking it up. Really? Really? Okay, how about this guy? After he stands up, can he do it? He too only has a 33% chance of picking it up. Oh my goodness. Alright, do I want to make him move? Yeah, I'm going to make him move over to here.
Tries to
What
secure
is
the
this
ball.
guy? He's a catcher. He's a catcher, so neither of them are great hitters. He's a blitzer. Let's get him up. Wait. What is this one? Also a blitzer, I think. Screen's a little far away from me. What's a lineman? I was looking at his last name and thinking that was his position. Okay, and darn. Okay, well let's get you up, and we're gonna make you blitz. This guy. Oh, that's not what I tried to do. I was going after the ogre, for goodness sake. At least it worked out. That just sucked. You have to really watch when you have people selected, because sometimes it won't select them.
You know, it's very hard to make a dwarf retreat. It's one of their greatest strengths.
Alright, so stand you up. Stand you up. Let's grab you, make you stand up, and see if you can grab the ball. 33% chance of picking it up. No. Darn it. Let's bring you over here then.
They'll need to scoop up that ball and quickly.
He might as well go for it. Everybody's got a lousy percent chance of picking it up.
Apparently, this player
And
forgot
he
his
didn't pick it
hands in
up,
the changing
and he
room.
didn't catch it. Out of bounds. Gets. Ooh, but that's a good spot for it. Okay. And I think that's too far away. Well, we can try it, but it's a long way. A lot of dodges in there. And that did not happen. Oh yeah, I know the dwarves have a high blocking ability. They're good at knocking you down. Alright, well, how about you? You could get up and take out this guy. Oh, he's not one over. Oh darn, I forgot he has the blitz when he first gets up. My bad. And he's too slow to dodge. How about you? Stand up. Run to here.
That player's going for it.
Don't forget to pick up
Oh,
your team.
take it. You usually have an 83% chance, so you're not going to fall super off when you're going for it, but you will occasionally. That's what the odds are. Alright, well, let's... Ooh, not good. How about you? Still not good. Okay, well, if we get him up, it might help his chances. Yep. But not his. So yeah, it helped his too. That's weird. Okay. Do I want to do that, or do I want to try to run for it? How many blocks? How many dodges? Oh my gosh, look at that. That's pathetic. Oh, alright, let's just knock this one down. Yep, we got to knock him down, so that's a good one. Ooh, knocked him out. We knocked the player out.
Look at
He
that
goes out on the
Yes,
sideline.
the
He can
unmistakable
wake
sign.
up every time the ball gets
Player's
kicked
eyes
off,
rolling up into his head.
but
He'll be out for
it's
some
a
time.
possibility. On the board game, you actually roll physical dice and decide if your player wakes up or not. And we're going to go ahead and turn it over to the dwarves. They're most likely going to see someone over there pick it up. That's what I certainly would do. I didn't have anybody that could get over there, so that's why I didn't do it. Ooh, that guy has a big advantage. That's why he just knocked the heck out of that player. See, that was the symbol for both players get knocked out, but because he has block, it doesn't affect him. Certain dwarves you will find have block.
With
Oh,
fists
no.
flailing, he's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
Alright, there you go. He's going to make an attempt to pick it up.
Were they asleep then?
He couldn't do it.
I
There's no
certainly was,
rerolls yet,
Jim.
so he could not do it. Means I do have a chance to just pick it up myself. Oh, if I have enough players that aren't injured by the end of this. Oh, can't believe he made a run that way. And he was going for it, and he fell as well.
That player better get up.
Rerolls make a
Nothing
big difference
good
in this
comes
game.
from
That'll
spending
probably,
any
the rerolls
time
will
on
probably
the
come in
ground
the next
in
game,
this
maybe too. Alright, so what we want to do is this guy gets up. That guy can't get up, he's stunned. And this guy get to here. Let's try knocking this one out first. And I can give it a go. Push, I can push him out. That way he won't be able to block my guy. And we'll get this guy up. And now let's try to run over there and pick this ball up. 50% chance pick up, so not terrible.
Oh, damn.
Nobody can
Mine's
hold
getting
this ball.
fired in
You
the
would think it
morning.
was wintry frozen out there. Alright, let's try this guy. Oh, only a 33% chance of dodge, really? Let's get him up. Let's get him up. Let's see if he can go over to here. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's try you. I think that's, yep, it's one too far for him to try, but we're going to move him to here. And let this guy go for it. Might as well. He'll at least get nearby. Didn't figure he'd get there.
A prone player is a
Like I said,
dead player.
well, he's
Often
stunned.
the
He'll be out of round, but to me it was still kind of worth it. Okay, and let's see if I can knock you out. Yep, let's go for it. Only a push, for goodness sake. Follow. Alrighty, so my ogre still has his move, but he definitely cannot make it to there. But he has the dodge to do it, though. He's not going to be able to dodge, that's for sure. No, you. Take out you.
The player's fist is approximately the same size as his entire opponent.
Oh, he had block on. I didn't read his stats. That's the thing. You need to try to read your opponent's stats when possible before you make decisions. And I'm out of players. Nobody still has picked up the ball. And we are a little over halfway done with the first half. It's way worse than I did the first time I played the Dwarves. First time I played the Dwarves, I was in the end zone. Probably within 4 or 5 handlings
That's
of
a
the ball.
strike made with technique and precision.
4 turns, 5 turns, something like that.
Sheer muscle. Sound.
Push.
Keep pushing.
That's a double block, but he's got block, so of course he just knocks me down, and he stunned me. Alright. Pushed me. Not bad, I'm actually closer to the ball. Double knockout, but he has blocked, so nothing good there. And it's just another push.
Twinkle toes
Yeah,
there.
that's what I thought. Alright, well none of them tried to pick up the ball. That's kind of amazing. Alright, so let's get this guy up. And see if he can pick up the ball. He's got to dodge to pick up the ball. Darn, I was hoping he didn't have to do that. Okay, let's see if he can blitz. If he can blitz, then I get my other guy to try to pick up the ball. He's got a 33% chance to dodge, too. Okay, how about... all of these guys have got to dodge. It's crazy. Make him get up, which you will learn when your ogre gets a little later in the season. Your ogre sometimes gets really dumb and he doesn't even remember how to get up. Okay, all of them are good. You stand up. Won't hurt to at least try in this part of the game.
He missed that action.
Eventually, we have to, you know, the odds have to go in our favor. It's just statistics, man.
Scooping up the ball.
All
with the opponent
right,
so
finally
close.
somebody picked it up, for
Impressive.
goodness sake. All right, and let's try the blitz. And let's try to take out... We'll do the blitz. Can he still move? He can! Awesome! He's got to do a dodge. If he falls, he'll drop the ball again. He won't if I blitz this guy. So that is my plan. You better do something positive. No! That was the worst possible roll. Oh,
Dropping like flies.
there goes my blitz. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Alright. Alrighty. And my ball carrier can no longer run, so that's not good. 33% dodge. That's at least half decent. And a stunning is always good. Another pretty decent one. And another stunning. Alright, we're gonna get this guy up. And I think that's it. Dang cheating refs. Not bad enough they're bought. They have to actually, you know, injure
Safety in
players.
numbers.
Ball in danger. And carrier, too.
That's it. Aim for the ball carrier. Take him down.
I should be able to hang by the sidelines if I want. Not yet. They haven't introduced it yet. This is only game 3 of the campaign. Alright, well, my ball carrier's still holding the ball, and he's almost within scoring range.
Now that's a real mess.
And that's
Sometimes the underdog wins the fight. Not this time.
Yeah, I do love some of the commentary. It's just awesome sometimes. Alright, so let's see how far our ball carrier can go. He can make it. With 2 going for it. And he can't even dodge one dwarf, really? Alright, so that did not work out well. So let's go ahead and try to get this guy to pick up the ball. 67%, has no one to dodge, so that's my best bet.
If they were vulgar,
Alright,
the
he did
player
it.
could
Let's make
spit
him
into
move
the
out
end
as far as he
zone.
can. Alright, so next turn, if nobody kills him, he should be able to make it. Let's bring... No, we're not passing. Let's bring him over here to help. And get this guy up. Bring him over to here. Get this guy up, and let's see what it looks like blitzing this guy. Nope, that's not a good idea. So he will just stand up. How about you? Can you take him on? Nope. Nope. Alright, let's make you stand up. And of course, you get to stand up. You get to stand up. Is there anybody over here? Doesn't look like it. So, no, you crazy thing. So he should be able to blitz. Who am I gonna let him murder? How about you? I don't see any dodges. All looks good to me. Go for it, ogre.
Now that's a holding maneuver, if ever I saw
we
one.
go. And yeah, go
With
ahead.
arms like tree trunks. There's only going to be one result in that spat.
And you can see from all the chit-chatting I'm doing, and the person I was speaking with before is actually my boyfriend. That's Chris. Chris is also a streamer. He just got finished streaming Sunset Overdrive, which is a pretty cool game. He's going to be doing some Blood Bowl, I believe, tomorrow, because he wanted to celebrate the new Blood Bowl tabletop expansion coming out. It's pretty cool. All right. He works at night, so he just got up. He usually streams in the mornings if anybody's interested. He's a way better gamer than I am. All right, and this guy can take out that one.
Come on, guys. Together.
Yeah, couldn't take him out, but, you know, did our best. And let's go ahead and follow.
Good
So he
call.
has to dodge a
Intimidation
couple of
is the
us.
key.
Dodged all three of
One
us,
my
actually.
strengths when I was still playing.
And did I miss anybody? I don't think so. All right, so let's go ahead and turn him over. And I should be able to score before the end of the half. Which, with dwarves, you definitely want to score at least once in the first half.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
Yeah, he says that one a lot too, but I think that one's actually funny. Gathering around that lone player like halflings round a sandwich. That is just, you know,
About to get
if you
punched
know anything
above
about
air.
fantasy and stuff, you know halflings
At
and
the same
you know,
time.
Tolkien and pretty much invented
Ah, at
halflings. And
least they
halflings
have
just
teammates.
they eat like 7 times a day or something. It's like they eat breakfast and second breakfast and 11's lunch and second lunch and tea time. They eat like 7 to 10 times a day. I don't know how many.
That
I'm not
team should
a big fan
avoid
of Tolkien's
physical
work.
confrontation.
I think Lord of the Rings is cool and everything, but I haven't read any of it because I don't really read anything that is that far back, simply because usually it's far too... Oh, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's far too narrative, not descriptive, not... it doesn't say... It doesn't, you know, direct you like the more current, the more, you know, the more modern books do. Anything written from like 1970 forward, because television had been invented, we're so used to having everything shown to us like that, that, you know, television has kind of ruined us for reading old books in a lot of ways.
That's a solid
I can still
formation.
read them. I've read
I wanna
stuff
see
that
the
was from the
opposing team have a
1800s
go
just
at the
fine, and I'm
ball
cool with
now.
poetry. I'm cool with Edgar Allan Poe and stuff like that. But yeah, just a lot of those type of things. Just not like that. As you can see, we just scored
Game's
without any
getting
problem.
interesting.
That's because the
And it's
dwarves are not
gone.
playing up to full potential,
Launched for real.
because it's still, you know, training and learning. They've not released all the things yet. And one of the dwarves did get up.
Hey, it's a fresh start.
All right, and we're gonna
Carnage
kick
can
it
start
off.
over
We're gonna
again.
go over to the left here. Cross your fingers, it doesn't go out of bounds. And didn't go out of bounds. Saw how much to the right it was? You just have no idea where those things end up. Alright. I know I've not actually played any Madden. I tried once, I didn't quite get it, so I just didn't really pay any attention to it after that. I've watched people play it, and I think it's pretty cool.
Failure that could cost his team dear.
Hopefully you can't hear my cats having a horrible fight. Two of my cats just do not get along.
Not up to much today.
Oh, they couldn't hold on to it, so the ball gets red when we tossed in. That actually helped them. That's awful. Alright. And like I was saying, Tomcat, I don't, that's just cool that your name's Tomcat when my, cat started fighting. But, yeah, Madden I think is cool, and I definitely like watching people play it sometimes. People have a lot of fun with it, that's cool. But I just don't think it's my kind of thing. This I only really got into
What a
because
shame. This big guy.
my boyfriend explained it to me. He was reading some of the Blood Bowl books, which, yeah, there are actually nice big books about Blood Bowl. And the backstory and the commentary and the characters, it's just awesome. Alright, so let's see what we're going to do here. They did not try to pick it up again, so we're going to make the ogre get up. And you're definitely going to get up. And you're going to try to kill that. And he definitely did not do it.
Oh, that's a good tip. Now, can they capitalize on this?
Alright, well, how about you? Can you knock him out? Again, a one chance. And again, he knocked me out. Really? I think that is definitely against the odds. Yeah, I agree, Tomcat. That sucked. Alright, well, let's see if he can do one dodge and pick this ball up. Could not do the dodge. See right there? I would have turned the ball over 3 times in a normal game. Because anytime you fail, like he knocked me out, boom, that's a turnover. Anytime somebody trips you up but you fall, that's a turnover. Anytime you fail, whatever you're doing, that's a turnover. And he's just out of reach. Dang. Well, let's go ahead and get him right here. Oh, I didn't even see he had a dodge. For goodness sake. How about you? Can you take out him? No. Let's go for here. Any dodges in there? No. Ooh, 2 going for it. We're only gonna have 1. And if you listen real close, you can hear them actually, pretending to roll the dice. Let's grab you, put you here, and see if that helps.
He'll get an assist now.
Yep, there we go. Alright, finally I got a positive roll, for goodness sake. Alright, that was pretty good. Nothing fantabulous, of course. And we'll go after this one because it's easier. We'll separate them. And I'm going to stay. That way I only have 1 to dodge if I decide to move. And next turn, my ogre can try to take him out if he hasn't moved. Alright, so anybody else hasn't moved. This guy hasn't moved yet. Let's bring him up to here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and turn over.
Yeah,
And I think
smells
that's
like
the
a
end
good
of the half.
old-fashioned fight.
Yep. Well, no, they got to play one more time. That'll be the end of the half. So they should definitely not be able to score before the end of the half. So we should go to halftime 1-0, they're ahead. Well, thank you for stopping by, Tomcat. Yeah, it was great having you here. And feel free to join me any
He's coming to
evening.
help
I
his
will
buddies.
stream
That's
almost
gonna
every
hurt.
evening around this time. And I stream a wide variety of games. Thank you again for stopping by, hon.
And it didn't come off.
They can't even pick up the ball either. I mean, that ball must be like, covered in grease or something.
And he took hold
Nobody's
of the
able to hang on to
ball
it in
like
this
an
game.
overfull tankard.
That is just pitiful that nobody can hang on to that ball. All right. Ooh, a nasty hit by that dwarf. And ooh, that's gonna be another nasty hit. Let's see what we got going on here. It's just a push, so should be okay. Yep. And not many more. I think that's the last player. And what is that? 2 pushes. It don't matter which one I pick. And
Well,
there we go.
that'll shake things up.
Like I said, I think this is the last turn. It doesn't have a timer, but it could be. Next game, I'm almost positive they should put in the actual rules of the turnovers.
Important thing, you gotta keep possession of the ball.
All right, well, I started with the ball, so that means they
Strike
get to
back
start
would
with
be
the ball
terrible.
this time, and we're going to put it right there. Yeah, watch where it ends up. Right on the other side of the half. Oh my goodness, that was terrible. Really? Okay, let's see what they do with this. And nothing so far. Okay, he's gonna try to pick up the ball. Let's see if it's still slimy.
The ball is in the dwarf's
Yep,
rather
not
big
slimy anymore. They
and
must have cleaned it off
ungainly
during the
hands.
half. I'm just joking. It's not really slimy. I was just calling it that because everybody was dropping it. Okay, and oh, hi there, Jackson Pollock. Yeah, that's spelled really weird if that's Jackson Pollock, hun. But I'm surprised you know who Jackson Pollock is. There wasn't a lot of choice in that one. They knocked me down one way or the other.
This time it worked.
It's just crazy when those little guys can knock out my ogre, for goodness sake.
We saw that ref being bribed by the Reavers' assistant coach. Shouldn't he be tackling the dwarves?
Have you never seen Blood Bowl before? Well, yeah,
I think
Blood
the
Bowl is
ref is
pretty cool.
confused.
Blood Bowl
Or the
is a
assistant coach bribed
turn-based
him to
game
attack
that is
his
a
own
combination
players.
of fantasy
That
and
makes as
American
much sense
football.
as
It
putting
doesn't
me
have
on
exactly the
Cabal
same
Vision.
rules as American football, but it's got close, similar rules. But it's a fantasy game. It is based on a tabletop game, which is actually releasing in a month, I think. It's had some older versions, but they're just bringing out the newer version now. It's been a while since they've had any. Oh, that did not help me any.
That's it. Force him back and then pow!
If I do that, I won't be able to do that. I can't do that. He'll knock me down. Oh my goodness. Nobody is close enough except him. He's gonna knock me down, for goodness sake. Oh, don't watch me. I'm not that great of a player, huh? I mean, I don't mind you watching my stream, of course, but don't compare my play to other people. And this is really early in the campaign, so you're not going to be seeing the best plays for sure. Let's try there for now. You're going to see much better stuff when all the rules come in effect, which I think starts in Game 5. This is Game 3. Well, Skizzlebutt. Scuzzlebutt. The odds have been against me. Why is it going that way and not... Well, straight would make... It's just as many dodges. Why doesn't he go straight? This guy's got a better chance. Well, no, he just moved in that spot. This guy's got a better chance. But he's weaker. Oh my goodness. Knock you out.
The attacker has an assist.
And I have never knocked one of them out of bounds. I've been knocked out of bounds like a dozen times. At least I stunned him. Alright, and how about you? I can't do nothing with you. Stand up. And let's try to knock you out. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, we can move you over there. Follow. And another one I stunned, so that's good. And still, you got to do such a horrible thing. Okay, well, if I do that, I'll be right up on him. I can do that, and we can always give it a go. The worst he'll do is, knock me out.
This could be a sack. I love it when that happens.
Alright.
I wasn't expecting that. And by the looks of
Alright,
things,
so I'm going to be
neither
right
were
up
they.
on him, so that's good. And let's see if this guy can do anything. Yep, he can give it a good try. And another push. And let's get you away from the sidelines. It's not a good idea to hang on those sidelines. Not a good, hobby to get in. Because they will shove you out of the sidelines so fast later in the game, it's not even funny. Now, and let's bring you up here to assist. And now let's see what we got. Yep, down to 1.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
It shall. And fun. Alright, and I think that is all my players. I don't think anybody else is laying down that I can flip. Don't see any more white rings, so we're good to switch.
The more the merrier.
Alright, and he's going to come up here to try and help the ball carrier, which, is expected. That ball carrier's right next to my guy now.
This is going to be decisive.
Yeah, I'm not going to stream super late tonight, hon. I got to get up early in the morning, so I can't stay up past midnight for sure.
Unity is strength.
That's disappointing.
And both of those players had blocks, so that worked out. Alright, so it's my turn now, and our guy's all turned over, and he's got the ball. So, let's see what it looks like just tackling him. It's a 1. So if I move him up here, it should be a 2.
Put pressure on the ball. Can't argue with that.
There it is.
They're going for the ball.
And there we go. And knock him this way.
They've left they're exposed.
And occasionally, I
There could
don't
be a
know why it is,
counter-strike.
but occasionally... Oh, he caught the ball. Awesome. Occasionally, you can move and even go pick up the ball after you've done a hit like that. I don't know which players get that. I think it's a skill they can acquire later in the game. Alright, do I want to blitz? What does he have for blitz? Nope, that's not what the blitz. Let's just stand up. And he's got decent protection around him. Just 1 so far. Let's put another one here.
They're building a cage around the ball here. It's a
And
solid
let's let our
tactic.
ogre have a little fun.
There's nothing better than hitting someone smaller than you, Jim.
And yeah, Bob is an ogre, so he loves seeing the big guys knock out the little guys. Oh, that's a good spot. Stand up. About you, take out him. Try. did it. Knock that dwarf out. And he stunned him. That's pretty good. Alright, let's see about you. Yep, that's a good one. It's going to be a double. Smart push. Yeah, we're just going to push.
With fists flailing, he's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
This guy is going to head over here. Avoiding everybody. Oh, my blitz is still active. Hey, that's nice. But that's a good spot for him. Gonna move to here. So going for it, and it'll be in his way, so I don't think so. Alright, so let's take you. Knock out you.
He won't leave him alone anytime soon.
Alright, and I think that's everybody. I did not use my blitz move, which is not recommended, but I just didn't think about it. Didn't really need to. They do not they do not build up any, so it's best to use
going
them
for the
every
ball.
turn.
There's no harm in making a block on the ball carrier. Well, actually, you could do a lot of harm. That's kind of the point.
I do love some of the commentary, I swear. It does get a little repetitive, but it's all in good fun. Alrighty. Do I do this too? No, I do not do this full time. I just started streaming about 8 days ago, I think, 8 or 9 days. This is my first, month in streaming. I'm saving up right now to get a computer so that we can do some better streaming. Right now, I'm streaming directly from my Xbox One, and I have the Kindle hooked up, but the Kindle is not wanting to work quite right. It's not wanting to zoom in good, so you're getting like a big, elongated, far-away shot of me, which I don't really like. It's much better to have up-close shots, so that's why you're not seeing my pretty little face. But, yeah, my voice is going to be continuing to do this. If I can get the Kindle back to doing the Zoom, I'll probably go back to doing visual. But for now, yeah, we're just going to do voice. I mean, if you see my picture on my profile, that is me. So you know who I am and what I look like. I've gained a tiny bit of weight since then, so I'm not quite as defined facially anymore. I got more of a double chin. But overall, I still look exactly the same. Still got my dimples and that big smile that I've always had. Alright, let's take you. It's a short pass. 67? Oh, it's 17, ain't it? Yeah, 33 and 17. That ain't gonna happen. Alright, well, how about a handoff? Yeah, that'll make a dodge. How about a handoff? No, I want you to hand off to you. If you're just handing off, it's a 67% chance. Handoff should be like a given. Alright, well, let's take one of these guys and take out this guy.
This player likes to be well assisted in the fight.
Alright, so now my ball carrier can run. And he is gonna run. And let's take this guy. Oh, no, we're not passing. And try to bring up this one. It's just a push. That stinks. Go that way, I guess.
Look at Twinkle Toes there.
You can stand up. And let's see how far you can go, Mr. Stand Up. You went the dodge, so that's good. And how about you? Alright, no complications there. need to stand up. You need to take out him if possible. Yep, he did it. Good for him. And on the next turn, I should be able to score as long as nobody takes the ball. Which this late in the game, it's very hard to come back from two touchdowns. One dodge, I will risk it. And that paid off. And let's take you. Try to knock out you. Success. Oh, what do? I actually work customer service from home. I don't really, if you want to whisper to me or message me on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, I'm fine with that. But I'm not going to really talk about it on my stream too much. I work customer service from home. I really enjoy it. I don't mind ever recommending anybody else to try it. So anybody can ask me questions, but I'm not going to really talk about it much on the stream. I don't want to get in any kind of trouble by, I don't know the exact rules, the protocol, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to talk about work at home opportunities or anything. Because this is an official work at home opportunity. It's not any kind of scam. I actually work from home. I work 40 hours a week. And I really enjoy it. It's customer service, though, and people have to enjoy working with customers. Alright, back to the game. 83% going for it, 67% dodge. We're going to go for the sack instead. And it did not work out.
Let's see what the other side can do.
Alright, I think that's everybody. He just got knocked down, so that's it. But I do have the ball, and as long as nobody tackles and sacks me, I should be good. Not a tackle. Sorry, don't know why I'm yawning so much. It's not that late yet. But, a sack is behind the scrimmage. I don't know why I keep saying that, but I mean, tackles.
Come on, guys.
Brings them
together.
down. The rules are different in this game, so I kind of mix up terminology. Yeah, I know a lot about regular football.
This
My
is
dad
going to be
grew up
decisive.
watching it. I love
They've
football.
just got ooh.
That's what the cool kids are saying these days, isn't it?
We call that
When it comes
a
to my
fool's kiss.
teams, it's kind of hard for me to ever label a proper team. I haven't watched football in about 2-3 years now, so I've been watching more like highlights and stuff, and I've been watching much of the actual game, sadly. But I mean, I usually go for players, not so much teams. I grew up in Louisiana, so I do like the Saints. They're always going to be, in my heart no matter what. But I also have always loved certain players. I like Chargers right now because I like their quarterback, Rivers. I picked Rivers, and when they baitified Manning and let him have his way in the draft, I just so I always choose Rivers.
Here's the touchdown, which could protect them from a comeback.
I was a big
This
Favre
might be
fan
the
when
end.
he was out. I cheered for him in Green Bay, and I cheered for him at Minnesota. When I was a really little kid, my favorite player was Warren Williams. For catching and stuff, I always have a soft spot for certain tight ends. I get
So,
somebody off
none
my
of the
head
knockout
right now.
players seem to have
But,
awoken
to
in
me,
time
tight
for the
ends
next
are,
down.
highly
That must be
appreciated.
one heck of a dream
And
there.
fullbacks. Fullbacks don't get the glory of the halfbacks or the running backs, whichever way you want to call them. But it's just a fullback can be such a great tool if you utilize it correctly. I got such respect for some of the coaches with their old-fashioned techniques because these
Well
things
done,
never go
little
out of
fella.
style. These
You
trick
gotta
plays that
encourage
they
the
try
poor
bringing in
thing. It's not
occasionally,
often he
those are old
exceeds
college
such
tricks,
an
and those
action.
never really don't work if you do them properly and at the right times. That hurt. But yeah, I know a lot about professional American football, and I definitely consider myself a fan of it. Except my dad loves it, and he grew me up watching it from little bitty. So I remember watching, probably since I was about 5. I can remember, watching Warren Moon play, and My dad always said he was an underdog because he got.
Occasionally in the struggle between brain versus
They refused to
brawn.
draft him
Brain
because he was
wins.
both black and because he was not quite tall enough.
While we're on the
And
subject
I
of
always
the
thought
Reader's
that was
Backroom
ridiculous.
staff, we've got a twerp here from an
He was
anonymous
only
source
about
saying
2
that there's only
inches
a few
shorter
of them
than
left.
what they wanted. That is not a big enough
Massive
deficit that
cow.
it should have cost him his position.
You mean they all got fired?
And,
No, I mean a massive
the
cow.
fact he was
A big
black,
burning pile
color
was
does
seen
not
on the
define your
Reader's training
talent as
ground
a player
yesterday.
or anything else.
Soon,
So
there'll
I
only
always
be the
thought that
head
was
coach
ridiculous.
and that
That was
goblin
the 2
assistant
reasons why he
left.
really didn't
The
get
cheerleaders
drafted
have all
and
been
really
fired.
wasn't playing in the
fired.
NFL.
They got fat and ugly
just
overnight.
not right
Cursed
that
by
was
the gods
dictated
of
like
chaos,
that.
some say.
I spotted them leaving this morning, Jim.
Warren Moon was my
I know a
favorite.
potion of ugliness when I see it.
All through my
If I
high
didn't know better,
he was the
I'd say
football
someone was
player
trying
that I
to
had
sabotage the
2 or
Reaver's
3
chances
cards
this
from.
season.
I had him in
Well,
all
this
his uniforms. He
business
was
is
a Houston
certainly not
Oiler
having a
forever,
new head coach.
and then I believe he went to the
Talking
Seahawks,
Look
if I
who's in the
remember
crowd now.
correctly.
It's them
And,
Kabassis. They're scouring the dugout looking for Griff.
I loved
Well,
the way
he's
he
not there,
played.
Bob.
He
He's keeping a
played
low
kind of
profile.
like.
They should know that by now.
Every Blood Bowl fan knows that ogres have
what's
got
his
thick
name?
skulls, Jim.
Falcons,
Takes a
old
while
Falcons
for
quarterback? I
exposition
can't-
to sink
He's not
in.
the Falcons quarterback
I should
anymore.
know. I'm struggling to
He used
keep
to be
up
the
with
Falcons
the plot
quarterback
right
and he had the
now.
whole dog fighting scandal, but I can't remember his name for the life of me right now. But he played kind of like him, but he wasn't quite as talented at avoiding getting hit. So, you know, that's just how it is. No, he can't hit him. Okay, how about you? Go for it.
Oh, this could be fun, especially if the ball holder goes down.
Alright, so I knocked him.
They can drop the ball from that
Ball's
loser,
gonna go
brings them
flying.
a chance of turning this match on its head.
But yeah, that is my ideas and my thoughts about professional football. I have always been a big fan of it, and I always will pick certain players that I love over, you know, certain teams. I don't have a problem with people who have favorite teams. That's, you grow up with them, and that's who you should cheer for. But I've always been more the type of person that picks a person on the team, and then I cheer for the team. So I can like one team one year and hate them the next year because they got rid of my favorite player. Alright, and let's move him up. Dang, nobody is close enough to go for the ball, and that just sucks. Who was my all-time favorite player? Pandora, I'd have to say probably Brett Favre. Because Brett Favre, to me, was just such a tough player. That shouldn't be a blitz unless he stood up, unless he was gotten up. He must have had to stand up. I don't remember him having to stand up, though. Okay, and, yeah, Brett Favre, to me, was just an awesome player because he, was tough. And he took hellacious hits week after week, and yet somehow, either through luck or through sheer endurance, he was able to come out week after week and start. He holds the consecutive start. Darn it! Dang, dwarves
Is
are
that
too
a good
good at
tackle or
this.
a bad dodge?
But he holds the record for most starts for a quarterback in the NFL, and I don't think anybody is ever going to break that record, and that is just awesome. Peyton Manning came in second place with that record, and I don't think Peyton Manning deserved it because he had a great line in front of him all the time, so it was not like what Brett Favre was going through. Brett Favre did it through sheer will and luck, because sometimes he would get hurt just enough that he wouldn't be able to start, and because the next week was their bye week, he got away with it. So, I mean, I thought those were just awesome moments in the NFL.
They're getting up close and personal, Bob.
You
Do
need to
you
be
have
close.
a favorite
so
team?
close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in
Oh,
your
you're from the
teeth.
UK? That's cool. Yeah, I mean, the UK, it would be difficult to get teams to compete with us on a regular basis, simply because, with all these guys, because it's so far away, they would have to do it on like bye weeks and go over there. it's doable, but it's really difficult. So I don't think it'll ever really happen. They do expansion games over there every once in a while, so that's always pretty cool. But yeah, it's not something that I think is going to really take off anytime soon. And you guys have, you know, your football, your soccer, our soccer, whatever, however you want to call it. And, you know, that's definitely a cool sport. It's, to me, not quite as good as football, but y'all also have rugby, and rugby is cool. I've watched quite a bit of that on TV. I don't know quite all the rules, but I've always found it interesting. See, that ref just ran out in the middle of the field and took one of my players out. For goodness sake. Oh, God, is this game ever going to end? Well, it's got 3 more rounds, so there's no way they're going to catch up at this point. But they are the type of team that will quit, so I, you know, don't have a problem with that. The dwarves are definitely
Ladies and gentlemen,
fighters to
I
the end.
can't believe it! The dwarf player has gotten hold of the ball. I repeat, the dwarf player has gotten hold of the ball!
They're so shocked that dwarf picked up the ball. Oh no. Okay, he didn't knock me out. So okay, he knocked me out, but he
shuffling
didn't
off the
knock me out
field.
of bounds.
Possibly off his
That way.
mortal coil.
Knocking them out of bounds, they go into the crowd, you do what's crowd surfing, and sometimes your player dies doing that, so it's not a good idea. Alright, so there's 3 more rounds. Unless a miracle happens, they're definitely not.
Now that was a very risky
Big one, huh? Well, he's
Ooh, they
big.
knocked out my
No help
ogre.
now.
Those bad dwarves.
That's gonna hurt in
They
the
do
morning.
these things because eventually you can buy a healer or apothecary, a necromancer, whatever your type of team is. You'll have a different one that can heal some of your players or prevent some of the injuries or lessen some of the injuries and stuff. So that's why they have those little things after a knockout or an injury. What's that? Sorry, I've never done that before. I guess I've never hit the down button before. Alright, and take this guy and see if he can knock out this guy. He's got a chance.
They're attacking the ball carrier, Bob.
I
Nope,
know, Jim.
not gonna
I'm watching
happen.
the same match as you.
Alright, and yeah, he'll stand up. With the real Slim Shady, please stand up. What do you mean you've never seen rugby? How can you've never seen rugby and you're from the UK? That is not logical, dude. Not logical at all. Does not compute. I can understand people from the US never having seen it, but people from the UK? Nah, that's not cool, man. Alright, and make him stand up. Who else is laying down? Nobody else is laying down? Okay. And let's see if I can
The
knock him
attacker
out.
has an assist.
And follow. I'm not picking on you, and I'm joking for the most part. I'm sure there's lots of people over here that have never watched a football game, so it happens. Now, do you know about cricket? Cricket's one that I don't know really the rules for. It just looks like a really weird version of baseball to me. Alright, well that helped.
Yeah, dwarfs are like walnuts, Jim.
I'll
Easy
see
to
ya.
stamp on.
Then you know
It's
more
still
than me,
kinda
hun, because
hard
I've
to
never
crack the
played it, I've
shell.
never watched it, I've just seen little bits and pieces of it and heard some people describe it. Alright, gonna turn it over, and now it will be 2 rounds left.
The players arrive to assist their teammate.
Yeah, you will, during my streams and stuff, you can very clearly hear cats occasionally, and hear dogs bark, and you might be lucky and hear guinea pigs squeal. I've just got so many pets that, you know, it's like a zoo.
Too easy.
You'll hear some kind of animal in the background at some point. Right now, my black cat Midnight is sitting right next to me, purring so loud. She's just looking at me like, why aren't you? Alright, so 15 turn. Let's see if I can get over here, make him stand up. Let's see what happens with the blitz. Oh, not good. Oh, so he's just gonna stand up. Anybody that's not gonna be knocked down. Darn it, everybody is, you know, blocked. They've set this up perfectly to be annoying. And you stand up. Well, that wasn't very helpful, but at least it wasn't
Hey,
negative.
Jim, how many halflings does it take to change a candle in a lantern?
Well, they're very short, so maybe quite a few.
My experience, it takes 6. 1 to change the candle, and 5 for me to eat.
Bob is a character. Yep, yep. Not
These
good.
guys can't take this. That wouldn't have happened in my day.
Alright, and try that. And again, that is statistically unlikely. That's like rolling 2 6s in a row. It happens, but not very often. And that's not much
Come on,
better.
guys.
But at least they
Losing
both
the
have
time.
block.
Let's see some blood in
let's-
Blood Bowl.
Yeah, let's go ahead and use the blitz. Nobody else is going to use it. Oh, no, he's not. Well, screw it, he might as well. Nobody else is going to use it. Worst he can do is knock him back down.
In these conditions, it's just crazy!
Alright, so that's it. Wait, that guy. He might as well try
Surrounded
to.
by adversaries like that, I hope he knows what he's doing.
2 of them. Really? Wow. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn it over. And now it is round 16, and they're still behind by 2. They're not likely to score from their position, so that's probably where the game's going to end. This game took a lot longer than I'm used to.
That player is about to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
They're gathering around that lone player, like halflings round a sandwich.
No, I'm not actually, don't have my laptop over here right now,
Unity
so I'm
is
just following
strength.
the chat on my actual Xbox.
That's it. For some
So
back
everything's
and
a little
then
smaller than normal for me, which is why I'm having trouble reading some of the stuff to you. And that's good, all that's good.
less pressure on the ball. It's a good move.
Owie. And, yeah, I don't stream from my laptop yet. My laptop's not strong enough. They had some recommendations for, it's got high enough Windows, but it doesn't have high enough speed or memory. So they did not recommend me using it. The processor was too slow, way too slow. So I'm just saving up for a better unit right now, and I'm going to start broadcasting through that. You'll see my face. I'll have all the GIFs and stuff going on. I don't have my subscribe button set up yet. It's something that I'm going to set up later. And because they can't score, because this is the end of the game, I'm just going to go ahead and switch it over.
So many touchdowns, Jim. I've lost count. I mean, I can only count to 3 anyway. That was a lot, right?
All right. Well, tonight's stream was a little bit
It's
short,
another win for the
guys.
Reichland
We're gonna go ahead
Reavers,
and
Bob.
listen to this.
If you look on their Facetune page, you can see they haven't been this popular since Jakob von Altdorf threw that match-winning pass, which also killed an inattentive troll in the same lob. Oh, how joyful. And that was nearly 2 decades ago.
Oh, yeah. Good times, Jim. It's strange. Parstown X3, that's the Reavers' enigmatic sponsor for those viewers that haven't been paying attention. Yeah, you. They are demanding the head coach be fired and replaced with the only remaining assistant coach, the shifty geezer you identified as an ex-Parstown employee, Jim.
Strange behavior for a sponsor, Bob. You'd think they'd be happy with Reichland's success.
Yeah, with Thad and the ogre gangsters taking their anger out on the team in Griff's absence, I'd say that was a comprehensive summary of the plot so far.
There we go. You hearing the backstory unfold and stuff. And the guy's just telling us some stuff. But I can't read because it's too small right now. And objective by 2 team rerolls. That's our objective right now.
It's
so we gotta go
another
do
win
that.
for the Reichland Reavers, Bob. If you look on their Facetune page, you can see they haven't been this popular since Jakob von Alt, which also...
They're... Yeah.
Sorry, didn't realize I was replaying. I wondered why we went back to them. Okay, and we're going to do that by going to details, and I think it's under the team
Don't forget,
roster.
Coach, you need to maintain your home stadium.
There we go. Alright. This is where we're going to buy the team reroll. You see over here to the left, right there. We've got 320,000 and a team reroll costs 100,000. So we can actually buy 3. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to load
This
up
new
on those
coach
suckers.
seems to have
You
been
want as
listening to
many
what
of
we
these
say, hey,
as
Bob?
possible.
The team have got some extra training under their belts.
And the coach gets some rerolls. Well, we do talk sense occasionally, Jim. Well, I do
Alright.
at least. Wait, what did I say?
You know, you can always save up your money and buy other stuff, but I highly recommend getting as many rerolls as quickly as you can. Because rerolls are crucial in this game. And that's it. Let's go back. And I'm actually going to end the stream for tonight. We're going to come in and play tomorrow night. We'll be playing the High Elves. Yeah, that's what I thought. High Elves are a faster team, and they will do a lot of passing and a lot of running. They're hard to hit, but they're fragile. You can injure them really easy. Okay, so I'll probably play some more of this tomorrow. As you can see, we're 20% done now. But I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for tonight. I got to get up really early, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. It's been a pleasure streaming with y'all tonight. Thank y'all for stopping by the chat room and conversing with me. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you all have a great night or good day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.